Everyone wants the Apple Watch Ultra, but not everyone can afford it. As such, companies have created clones, some even costing as low as $30. At a glance, you might not notice the difference between an Apple Watch Ultra and a fake one. This is why we're here to guide you. Let's discuss the Apple Watch Ultra unboxing. How to spot the original. Packaging. Unboxing an Apple Watch Ultra is one way to identify the originality of the device, and you can do this by taking a critical look at the box or how the watch is packaged. For example, original Apple Watch packages come with high-quality materials that are difficult to duplicate. Aside from that, the words inscribed on the box cannot easily fade away. A possible text fade only suggests that the device is not original. You should also check if the charger is authentic. It is a small induction pod that smoothly attaches to the magnetic rear end of the device when charging. You should hear a slight ding sound when the machine starts charging. Anything apart from that might be fake. Specs and design. Most of the available clones of the Apple Watch Ultra have an almost perfect design as the original one. The shape, the color, and the other specs are practically the same. But there's one way to identify an original Apple Watch Ultra from a fake one: the size and weight. Although clone ones have similar designs as the original, they are either a bit smaller or bigger than the actual size of the Apple Watch Ultra. The original Apple Watch Ultra has a weight of 1.93 inches, a width of 1.73 inches, and a depth of 0.57 inches, 61.3 grams in weight, and 1.92 inches display size. Take a critical look at these features when purchasing the watch. Any other measurements apart from these are probably fake. If you can't be sure about these measurements, there's an easier way to check the authenticity of your device. We will soon talk about that, so keep watching. You should also check the sides of the watch. The original Apple Watch Ultra has two buttons on the right-hand side, a digital crown dial on top and a more extended and flatter side button below it. These are used to navigate the device. It has no other button on the left side except the microphone and the speaker openings. According to Apple, the digital crown is larger and the side button is raised from the case, making them easier to use while you're wearing gloves. Anything other than this design is not the original Apple Watch Ultra. Sensors. You should also check the rear side of the watch. The Apple Watch Ultra, like all other Apple Watches, comes with built-in heart rate sensors placed on the back of the device. The original Apple Watch Ultra has 4 of these sensors. Please make sure they're present and are rightfully arranged. The rear view of the device also has the Apple logo and some descriptions around the silver plate housing the sensor. An omission of the Apple logo or any possible spelling mistakes renders the device fake. Talking about mistakes, some clones of Apple Ultra watches sometimes get the graphical user interface wrong. This is another way to check how original the device is. Stay tuned, and we will discuss that in a minute. You need to subscribe to our channel if you don't want to spend huge amounts of money on fake Apple products. Apart from giving you the best Apple Watch Ultra hands-on review you can ever get, we are here to also guide you in purchasing all your authentic Apple products. You can rely on us. Let's continue. Bands. The original Apple Watch Ultra comes with a band that can easily be removed by pressing a button at the watch's rear end near the sensors. Most of the clone Apple Watch Ultra designs are different from this. Either you cannot remove the wristbands, or there won't be a button to make removing the bands easier. It is one way to spot a fake Apple Watch Ultra from an original one. Battery performance. One obvious way to check the originality of your device is through its performance. The authentic Apple Watch Ultra battery life can last up to 36 hours of normal use and 60 hours on low power settings. Popular YouTuber Hale's World further explains.
By toggling on low power, you can get up to 60 hours of battery life. Apple said that most users will get around 36 hours, but honestly, from my testing, I've gotten way more. And with such a great battery, the Ultra is able to power the brightest screen on any smartwatch in the world. Meaning, when you turn on the flashlight in Control Center, it's not just like you have a bright screen on, it's like an actual flashlight.
Most replica versions do not have this battery strength. Graphical user interface. You can also spot an original Apple Watch Ultra by critically examining the display screen and the graphical user interface. In most situations, the Apple Watch Ultra replica versions have shinier and glossier screens compared to the original ones. The icons on the fake devices are also not the same as the authentic ones. They might have different designs, wrong shapes, and even wrong symbols for the various icons. It would be best if you also swipe through some of the apps. The original Apple Watch Ultra has an almost instantaneous touch response to swipes. If apps take longer to open, know that you're probably buying a fake one. Serial number. It is good to consider all the tips mentioned above to identify an authentic Apple Watch Ultra. But if you don't have enough time to check the exact size and weight of the device, or even the sensors and the graphical user interface, a short way to check the device's authenticity is by paying attention to the serial numbers on the device. Head to Apple's Check Coverage website, enter the serial number on the watch, and check whether it's original. This is the fastest and easiest way to know the authenticity of the device you are purchasing. Have you ever used a clone Apple Watch? Share your experience with us in the comment section. Check online to know how the original Apple Watch Ultra looks so you can compare and spot any differences. If what you're buying differs from what you find on Apple's official website, we advise you to keep your money. Still, on Apple products, you should check out the Apple iPhone 15 Pro major leaks and rumors coming, and everything else you should know about the iPhone 15 Pro. See you in the next video. Bye!